Hi people, welcome to Kat's Intuition. So today is a fun one. Today is a haul, quite a big haul for me. And I thought I would just show you guys the goodies and bring you along into my fun, happy time. So let's just get right into it. Now I know that Halloween is over, but yes, this is not going to be in any particular order. It's just all of the new ones that came in. I'm sure that you guys have seen this one everywhere, the Happy Halloween Tarot. I absolutely love this one. I'm glad to finally have this in my hands. Inside of the box is cutely done as well, or decorated. Not quite black, not quite gray. It is matte. I really do like it. I really love this artwork on these cards. It's very minimalistic, but you still have a lot of imagery there once you actually sit and pay attention to the cards. And there are different colors, which I really like as well. We have yellow backgrounds, black backgrounds, white, a deeper orange. So yeah, it's just very unique. Very unique. I love Halloween, and this one is perfect. It would be very hard for me to pick between this Halloween deck and the one that I love, the Halloween Tarot. Ooh, that would be so hard. So I won't even put myself through the pressure of trying to choose between the two because they are both that perfect to me. And this was the Happy Halloween Tarot. Next up, we have this decadent deck. Oh my goodness, this is just luxe all the way. I'm not sure if it's picking it up. There it is, but there are gold foiling accents all through this. This is Dream of Nile Tarot. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. See all that? So the way that this pulls out is just amazing. And the fact that there is an image of a mummy there is, it's exquisite in my opinion. The production of this deck, the box, everything. What you are seeing with the mummy on front here is actually the booklet. It is a vertical flip, which is pretty cool. See the inside of the box, or the pull-out part, is also decorated. It's so nice. Everything is foiled. It is beautiful. I'm sure you guys have also seen this one a lot. This is not like a new release deck or anything like that. Just new to me. Very minimalistic. I believe based. They are very slippery. I love it. They're done on a linen cardstock, but yes, very, very slippery. But it is just, the cardstock it's just good. It isn't like a matte rose petal finish or anything. It, like I said, it has that linen cardstock, but this deck just feels to me yummy. It's like decadent. It's just good. It is so good. The colors are so vivid, even though they're dark. I love it. So this was, or is, the Dreams of Nile Tarot. Next up, let's look at a new one. Not just new to me, but new deck overall. This is the Wonderland Shadows Tarot by Ethereal on Etsy. Now this is the same maker as the Ethereal Shadow Tarot. You've seen this one before. I just wanted to, here on the channel I have shown this one before. I just wanted to show you. Now this one, as I said, isn't just new to me. It is a new deck that just came out. Now there were 4 damaged cards to this deck. Here we have the foiled edges, very deep dark backs. I love them with the checkerboard. 4 of my cards came damaged. I did contact them and he is sending over some new ones. For some reason there's like score marks on 4 of the cards, but they are taking care of this. I have the replacements coming very soon in the mail. I sent pictures of the damaged cards and they handled it beautifully. I always hate to complain, and I actually asked myself, like, are you going to be good looking at that? And I just couldn't. I was like, no, it is so very deep to where, it's so deep that you can feel it on the back. It looks like they were bent or just scored almost. Can you see it right there? I'm so particular with my things. I think for most people that would be hard to ignore anyways because it's going right across the card. So I was like, no, you know what, just message them, let them know what's going on, and hopefully they will respond in a nice way. And I was so happy that they were, or that they did. He responded in a very nice way, said they would get it taken care of. I sent the pictures of the cards, and as I said, the 4 card replacements are in the mail. So this one is, as you can see and as the title suggests, Wonderland inspired, Alice in Wonderland. You see a lot of that mixed in through the deck. I can't wait to actually use this one. I'm waiting for the replacement cards to come in before I actually shuffle it and use it. And I do want to say that if any of these decks you want a more in-depth look at, just let me know which one caught your eye and I will definitely do that for you. This was the Wonderland Shadows Tarot. Now let's take a look at this big boy. This is also an actual new deck, not just new to me. This is the Gothic Literature Tarot. Look at this box. This is by Syrian Shadow. I have 2 of his other decks, the Haunted Manor and the, was it Earth and Bones Oracle? I think those are the only other 2 I have of him. His production is always great. I have a big, huge magnetic box, big booklet that comes along with it. And as you see, I haven't... This packaging, I will say, is not the best. I am always so impressed by his quality and production. This seems to be torn awful. I don't know how that would happen. It's on the top and the bottom, but the cards didn't get damaged. I put this back on just so that I could show how it came with a paper band. I haven't shuffled these yet. Now, for some reason, it's already bowed. Here are the really pretty bags. Now, I do have some issues with production on this deck, and I was a bit disappointed because all of his other decks have just superb production. They are on a wonderful linen cardstock. They are, it's like a combination. I haven't felt this before. It's like a combination of slight rose petal and linen, and that to me is excellent. Oh, I'm sorry. I might have bumped the camera about and made you bounce a bit. I'm sorry. But here they are. They seemed very, very dark on the pictures that I saw of these. When you get it in person, they're actually not as dark, which is good because you can really see the images very clearly, a lot clearer than I had expected. This is a whole mood, a whole vibe. I feel like this one could definitely take you very deep. I love his overall feel and vibe of all of his decks. I think that this one would go really great with his Dark Manor Oracle. I hope I'm Haunted Manor. The Haunted Manor? I had to get it so that I could show, yes, the Haunted Manor. See, this is just so beautifully done. And I wanted to show how the foil on these cards are not missing. It doesn't look like they have rubbed off or anything, and that's my biggest pet peeve with this here. The quality is just not the same. It looks like the gilding or the foiling, I'm sorry. When I say gilding, I mean foiling. When it looks like the foiling just didn't take well to perhaps the linen cardstock. I think that that is what's causing it because it looks like it has rubbed off in places as well as on the foiled names at the bottom. So that bothers me a bit, again, just because I'm so particular about my things. But the cards are in good shape themselves. You know, they aren't bent or torn or anything. So, yes. All right. So that is the new deck or newest deck out by Syrian Shadow, the Gothic Literature Tarot. Up next, we have the Millennial Tarot. Now, this is one that I wanted to get my hands on. It is now mass market, and I'm happy about that. So here it is. It is in a magnetic box, but not the kind that we're used to. It is in one of these side pull-out type boxes. Now, the only other box that I have like this is in a fairy oracle that I've shown on the channel before, and I'm not too fond of these types of boxes. The guidebook slides out from a little sleeve right there, and the cards I'm gonna have to remove the book. You have to slide them out like that. It's just not my favorite. I often don't complain with packaging of things, but I don't care for these boxes. I don't know why that is even a thing. The whole come out of the side. Anyways, so yes, so this is the Millennial Tarot. There's a lot of little aspects that are put on these cards. I think this was just such a great one. It's really funny to look back at the titles that they put on them, and I like that the Fool is the Millennial. It's just, this is actually a very nostalgic deck, and I think it was very well done with the, sorry, I'm speaking in like syllables. I think it was very well done with in the way that they chose the keywords. That's what I'm trying to think. The little references at the bottom and with what cards they paired it with. I would blame my lack of ability to find words on me being sick or whatever, but I can't talk half the time anyways. So yes, so that is another new one. We're almost done. At the end, I do have a very, very, very cool one to show. Or not so much cool, but very, very vintage deck to show. I will fumble with that off camera. So this was the Millennial Tarot. Up next, we have the Transient Light Tarot. This box is raised. It's like wood grain, which I think is pretty cool. You can feel it. You can probably see it more on... No, I don't think the camera's picking that up. It's very faint. But yeah, it just feels like wood to me. Very nicely done. It feels like recyclable material. All right, backs. This deck is actually really well done. I really did enjoy readings with this. It gets to the point. Very minimalistic in color palette. As you see, each card has the same colors going on. I love how these cards are so like out of the box, thinking out of the box for, like here we have lovers and you have this locket. It's just really, really, really well done. The Proclaimer instead of the high priest or the Hierophant. I think the elephant fits perfectly with this card. They are renamed, so if you don't like that at all, then this wouldn't be a good pick for you. If that's something that you just can't get around. See how minimalistic, but you get it. Yeah, so I really like it. And this imagery here would not be imagery that I like art-wise, but for me, it works with the Chariot in so many, many different ways. This speaks volumes for me to the Chariot card. Even the two different colors coming straight out here, all of these arches, the map, it's really perfect. I was actually highly impressed with how much I liked this deck. How at first glance it really doesn't look like a deep reader. It just looks like okay, so it's got weird imagery, or weird as in difference out of the norm, but no, I was pleasantly surprised with this deck. This is the Transient Light Tarot. Okay, I believe that is all of them. I keep getting this feeling that I'm forgetting one, and I know that after I'm done recording, that's when I'm going to find it, and it's going to drive me crazy because this is going to feel like an incomplete video. But I'm not seeing it, so we will get into the last one, and it is this one. It is a vintage tarot. It's the fantasy. It is a vintage tarot called the Fantasy Showcase Tarot. The box is definitely showing its wear. It actually has the booklet, the original booklet with it. So it has times listed: 1930s, 1950s, 1960s. When was it actually published? Okay, 1969, he received his last card from one of the artists. This is a multiple artist done deck, however you want to word that. So maybe 1980? I don't know. It took a long time for this deck to get going. And I was reading it and it was saying something about, 1980. It was kind of just a spark, like, oh, you know what would be cool if I did this? And then it turned into a small idea, into a really big idea, and into a big production. So then he started putting actual, like, more care into it and being a little bit more specific on how things were done and how he communicated with the artists, things like that. There's some cards in here that is just like, what in the world is going on? But again, all different artists. Like this one, very cartoony. I don't like the more cartoony cards, but this one's pretty cool. I want to show you my favorite card in this whole deck, and I recognized the artist immediately. I knew who had done it, and it is this one right here. Look at this card. I think this is so perfect. Now, if you know about me, you've heard me talk about my very first deck, which was Tarot of the Cat People. This is done by that same artist, Karen Kuykindall. So she did the Tarot of the Cat People, and I love her artwork. When I saw this, that this was in this deck, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to have it. Not only that, it's the Hierophant, and my card is the Hierophant card, and so I thought that was perfect. I am a Taurus. I'm a May baby, and Taurus is connected with the Hierophant card. So yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, how perfect is that? Like, of all cards for her to do in here, it's the Hierophant. So this made me very happy with this deck. So yes, I wanted to show that off, and I plan on going in depth with this. There are extra cards and things of that nature in a separate video. So yes, this was the Fantasy Showcase Tarot. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. That was my tarot haul that I am so excited about. Some of them, as I said, I have already gotten into, and others I have not just yet. So some of them I will be doing probably in-depth looks at, but if there's any that you have seen today in this haul that you would specifically like to see me go in depth about and talk about, then please let me know. Let me know your thoughts on what you did see. What was your favorite? Which one was your least favorite? Let's talk about it. Until next time, nothing but love. Bye, guys.